Huh?
Hua?
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 What?
Elaborate.
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 Mm-hmm.
All right. I think we should tell them what we're doing.
I think that's a great idea, actually.
Yeah, you want me to do it or do you want to do it?
I think you should do it.
Hello, people who are watching Briefcase Entertainment. Uh, it is us. We make machinima things, right? Uh, Half-Life 3 or HLX is on the way. And, pretty big deal for us because we're devout Half-Life fans, right? So we kind of want to, talk about it a little bit, It's a big deal. It's a big deal to us. We've been Half-Life fans for so long, and we've been making Half-Life videos on this channel. And, I feel like we just need to, express our excitement a little bit in a little special video that we've got going here.
Mm-hmm.
So, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello. My name
To,
my name is
the audience.
Marvius. I guess I'm a co-owner of Briefcase Entertainment. Yeah, I've been here for a little while. About, what is it? It's been like 3 years.
I'm Dr. Walter Bennett. I'm also the co-founder of Briefcase Entertainment. And I've been here. I guess, how long ago did Briefcase start? I started it I don't know, freaking 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I don't even remember, but
It's more like 5. I
yeah,
think.
it's yeah, five. That's about right. Yeah, but yeah, that's me. I'm the creator of Terminal Violation. Yeah, and we're here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Marvis, what are we doing right now?
Um.
We're discussing HLX.
Yeah, HLX as it's known right now. Through the leaks and the data mines and whatnot. It could be any Half-Life game, really. It couldn't. It
It
might
could
not
be.
be Half-Life
It could
3.
be anything. I wrote down a bunch of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask them, and then, you could answer them. How about we re-rotate? How about you answer first, and I'll answer first, and then when I ask the next question, I'll answer first. We could switch it up
Okay.
every
Okay.
time.
That works.
What we got our first question here about Half-Life in general.
Mm-hmm.
When did you get into Half-Life?
Um. It was a long time ago. I think originally I started playing the Half-Life games because I knew about Left 4 Dead. I was like, oh, the orange box. Put it in my Xbox 360. Played through the Half-Life games. They're pretty cool. But I wasn't really a big fan until around like 2020 when I got a PC for the first time and I actually started playing the Half-Life games. I wasn't like 7 years old. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is like peak. So and then I got into Half-Life modding, and it's just been great since.
I think it was around. I don't know how old I was. I think I was like 9 or something when I went to a friend's house, and I played episode 2 on my friend's Xbox. I just played a little bit of it. I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool. And after that, I just watched a lot of YouTube, got obsessed with Gary's Mod stuff and Venturian Till. And then in 2018, I believe I was 11 or 12 at the time or something. And I got my Steam account, and then I bought the Half-Life games, and then I played them, and I've been a fan ever since. What is your favorite Half-Life game? I believe we're doing the rotation thing. I guess I'll
Yeah.
answer it. I would say my favorite Half-Life game would be Half-Life 2. It's my favorite video game ever. Just playing it, I played Half-Life 1, and then playing Half-Life 2 after that was just crazy for me. It's just the world really speaks to me. There's a reason why I'm making stuff about it, why I make fan fiction about it, why I played so much Half-Life 2 RP back in the day. It's because the world of Half-Life 2 and just its setting, its characters, its plot, it just really speaks to me. I still think Half-Life 1 is great, and there's a lot there, especially stuff added after the fact, Black Mesa, really adds a lot more context to the Black Mesa disaster. But I think Half-Life 2, it's a little better to me. and it's just my favorite game ever made. So, yeah.
I'd say my favorite Half-Life game is probably Episode 2, I think, because I just feel like it's a lot better than Half-Life 2 because they actually knew how to use the engine properly. Because, I don't think Half-Life 2 was the first game they made on the engine. I think it was like CSS or Half-Life Source. They had a lot of momentum coming from Half-Life 2 and Episode 1 because those were absolutely fantastic games, but they just were locked in for Episode 2. I mean, everything came together.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, the gameplay, just the overall quality and everything. It just felt... Because, Half-Life 2 wasn't rushed per se, but there was some parts of the game that you could feel were kind of like undercooked. Episode 2 is just thoroughly well developed all the way throughout, and I love it. It's just great. And it's got that cliffhanger too. Oh my goodness.
I fully agree. I just think that Half-Life 2 is a little better for me simply because I think it's a bit longer of a game, so there's a lot more to it, a lot more different settings, which I mean I love what's in Episode 2. I think Episode 2 is probably a better game, but definitely objectively, it's probably a better game.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter anymore because it's part of Half-Life 2 now, but I would say before that, I would still say Half-Life 2 is better just because it's a longer game. That universe and what's all the concepts in it and the story, I just really love it. I love Episode 2, but who is your favorite Half-Life character?
Ooh, I don't know, honestly.
That's a hard question.
That's a really hard question. I really like Dr. Kleiner, I'm not gonna lie. I think he's just pretty funny. And
yeah.
I really like his speech in Episode 1. But you kind of get the sense that he's a behind-the-scenes man. That, he doesn't really like the limelight, but he's not afraid to take action, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I would say him for, obvious reasons, because, I kind of identify with the Half-Life 1 model. That kind of became my alias, but that's really just, my online alias. I would say in my heart of hearts, my favorite Half-Life character, Alyx Vance. Half-Life 2, she's with you in some moments, but then in the episode, she's with you almost the entire time. And they really develop her later on, way more in the episodes. And already in Half-Life 2, there was still more there, but I don't think this is really, a hot take. I think this is, everyone says, Alyx is, the best character, but, Next question, what is your favorite chapter from the games? I have a hot take. I have a hot take, and I'm gonna make weird noises because I'm sick. My bad. I have a hot take. A lot of people give me flack for this. A lot of my friends, they tell me, Walter, you're freaking stupid. What is this? How is this your favorite? This is the worst chapter in the game. And I'm just bro, you don't get it. You don't get it, right? My favorite chapter in Half-Life 2. It's my favorite chapter in the Half-Life series. Highway 17. A lot of people dislike it. Same with Water Hazard, where it's people don't really like the vehicle sections. They think it's boring. I love the Outland sections, the coast stuff. And it's cool to see Combine soldiers out there, and the aliens are fun to fight when they're not overused. I think they're used really well in the coast sections. And they provide really cool gameplay. And the bridge section, dude, the frickin' bridge section in Highway 17. That's my favorite level, my favorite place in Half-Life is just that bridge. You're the train is above you, frickin' driving, and it's just it's frickin' bridge is is just shaking and shit, and you feel like you're gonna fall off. That's so fun. That's fun to me. And it's using the same music that's in the opening of the game. I forgot the name of it, but it's just a really great track.
I gotta say, my favorite chapter is also from Half-Life 2, but it's the last chapter of the Uprising. Was it Follow Freeman? I think it's called. No, that's
Follow Freeman. Yeah.
Follow Freeman. I thought that was Half-Life 1. Hold on. Whatever that chapter with the big Strider sequence. Because it's you got all the weight of the story pushing you forward. Because it's the like penultimate thingy, and it leads right into the climax. And oh my goodness, it's so good. I just love it. It's so much fun.
Okay, what is your favorite soundtrack? What's your favorite track from the Half-Life games? That is a hard one.
I gotta open up Spotify right now.
Yeah, I gotta look too. Because because it's hard. Like like so many tracks come to mind, and it's just like I don't know which one I could say. It has to be something from the episodes, though.
Oh yeah, the episodes.
I feel like the episodes.
They have the best
episodes
soundtracks.
have really great tracks.
Maybe in episode 2, I really like Sector Sweep. That's a good one.
Sector Sweep?
Yeah.
That's a great one. That's a good pick. I'm trying to remember where that plays. Is that like
I think it's during that one hotel section, like whenever you're in the buggy and then they pull up like the shield in front of you, and like the hunters
they pull
come
up
out.
the shield and then you're forced into like the house or the apartment or whatever. Like all the hunters and soldiers are ambushing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
that's a great
that might be
track.
Last Legs. I don't know. Somewhere
Could be
in
Last
there.
Legs.
But Sector Sweep
But I know.
is still my favorite.
But yeah, I know how Sector Sweep sounds. Yeah, I like Sector Sweep a lot.
My second favorite, I gotta say, because it's super close, I gotta say, What Kind of Hospital Is This? Dude, I love that part so much.
I would say my favorite. It's between two. I'm gonna say Self-Destruction from episode 1. I think it's a really underrated track. Like I really like that one. It's between that and the what's the name of the track? It's in Half-Life Alyx when the Strider's chasing you and you're fighting.
I didn't even think about. I'm not even thinking about Half-Life Alyx. That song is so good.
Yeah, all the tracks in like the Strider part, dude. I wish I could play it because like I want to experience that. You played it, I couldn't. It's just, they're so like wildly aggressive with like the synths, all the in-game stuff that plays with like the Strider. I don't know what it is on the soundtrack though. I don't know what it's called.
I think it might be Gravity Perforation Detail.
I could not have remembered that name.
No,
Whatever
wait.
that is.
I really like that song, but I think it's Cauterizer.
Cauterizer? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's Cauterizer, but
it's
yeah.
Cauterizer? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. What is your favorite Half-Life mod? And it can't be Gary's mod. It can't be Gary's mod, buddy. You have to think about an actual mod. Not an actual. Okay, Gary's mod is an actual mod, but you got to think of like I'll say like a campaign mod.
An actual.
Like a Half-Life, like just like a story mod or like a, just like a level or whatever it could be. Like it could be like for example, watching paint dry. That's a banger.
I love that one. I've played a lot of mods, but I don't remember all the names of them.
What's like the first one that comes to mind for you?
The first one that comes to mind is Entropy 02. I love that mod, but I don't think it's my favorite.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that either. Because Entropy 02 is great. It's just like when I think of like Half-Life lore and like what Half-Life 2 was trying to do, when I think of like the concepts in Entropy 02, I don't think it really lines up. That's just my personal taste, though. That's just my personal taste. Like,
it doesn't fit in thematically.
I don't think it really fits, but I do really appreciate the story it tries to tell. Because it's like, yeah, the protagonist is kind of like just a boomer shooter, scream and be mad at everything and kill stuff, cool, a badass guy. But deep down, he's like really, he's a human being. I don't know. He's a good character. Aiden's a good character. But yeah, it's just like, and it vibes a lot with like the Borealis and Half-Life 3 and stuff. It tries to toy around with all that, which is fine. It can do that. It's just kind of, it just gets a little fan fiction-y. But that's just what I think. That's just my personal taste.
I think my favorite Half-Life mod overall might be probably Black Mesa, honestly. It really kind of changes your perspective on the Black Mesa disaster. It kind of makes it feel more real. Because, Half-Life 1 is a great story, but it kind of like, it's old. It's aged well, but it kind of like, it doesn't feel real. You know what I mean? But Black Mesa takes it to that next level. And kind of highlights how much of a tragedy it really was.
Oh yeah, like the frickin' military chatter, where
Yeah.
it's like talking about what's going on. Like all the aliens are fucking them. They're pinned down. This and that.
Bachkabawa.
You know, there's the Bajagabawa. There's a guy that's like trying to call for an IFAC or whatever. Or no, he's trying to find his IFAC, but he's like, my IFAC's gone, and he's like, and then he like dies. Like it's wild. The one part where it's like, forget about Freeman. Like in the original game, it's just like, forget about Freeman. We're cutting our losses and pulling out. But in like Black Mesa, they make it sound like the most stressful, like it's the most distressed soldier ever. Like the voice acting is insane. I don't remember the voice actor's name, but he was like the dude who did like, I think he was in Insurgency, right?
Yeah, he was Mike Sarhouse, something like that.
Yeah. He did such a good job voicing the soldiers. Like he did great. He just got like the distress, like the pure distress of the situation. Like he got that down. I would say my favorite Half-Life mod, Entropy Zero Uprising. And I know that's like kind of weird because I just talked about Entropy Zero 2 and like Entropy Zero and how like I see it as kind of fanfiction-y. And don't get me wrong, I think Uprising does have like a few fanfiction-y elements, and like one part that I kind of disagree with. How do I put this? I make a show about civil protection officers doing their job. So when I play a mod where I'm playing as a civil protection officer doing his job, and I'm interacting with characters that are civil protection officers doing their job, and they're really good characters. I don't think you haven't played it yet, right?
No, I'm still waiting for the next episode to release.
Uprising, like, it provides so much inspiration for me. A lot of stuff has, like, Paragod stuff and, like, other stuff, like, just, like, Combine-related, any Combine-related stuff I'm looking at, even if it's, like, the lore is absurd, like, any fan and Combine stuff I'm looking at, just for inspiration, but Uprising especially, like, I really love what they did with it, and I can't wait to see more. Okay, this one's kind of vague. I didn't really phrase this one well. I think I could have phrased this a bit better, but what has Half-Life done for you personally?
Well, I mean, the most obvious thing, I wouldn't have met you, and we wouldn't be here without Half-Life, but...
Shit, you're right.
I wouldn't have met, like,
right.
most of my online friends if it weren't for Half-Life.
Yeah.
Like, at all. It's kind of crazy. I don't think I'd be as creatively inclined as I am now. I used to just, like, do whatever, but whenever I found Half-Life modding, that was kind of really got into it. Like, I'd spend, like, every waking moment during like that summer during COVID, just like making maps, making mods. That was peak. But yeah, it really has been very influential in my life.
Honestly, I'd probably give him the same answer. Like, I wouldn't have met you, and I wouldn't have met any of the friends that I have without Half-Life, and then I guess Gary's mod. I met like all my most closest friends right now through Gary's mod, through Crowbar Collective, through Black Mesa roleplay, through Half-Life 2 roleplay that I played a lot of back in the day. Just like talking with them about Half-Life and being obsessed with Half-Life lore, and then to finally be here like when Half-Life 3 is about to drop, being with all of you guys when Half-Life Alyx was dropping, that was like an experience, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely wouldn't have been as creatively inclined. There would be no, anything that I'm writing right now without Half-Life. I think we're done with all the basic Half-Life related questions. Now we're gonna focus on the big part of this video, Half-Life 3, or HLX. Also, I just realized we kind of stopped doing the rotating thing.
I mean, we kind of been doing it a little bit.
We kind of been doing it, but then we stopped a little bit. How about you just answer the questions? Let's just make it simple. I don't know what I was cooking, bro. What was I cooking? Do you think HLX is Half-Life 3?
There's a very good chance it is, but there's also a very good chance it's not. I really don't know. It's hard to say. I'm inclined to believe that it is just because I want it to be Half-Life 3, and I feel like they have been working on Half-Life 3 in some capacity since Half-Life Alyx. And I feel like that the ending of the Half-Life 2 documentary, where I forgot what exactly Gabe Newell said, but he said something. I was like, yeah, I feel like that kind of solidifies it.
Are you talking about like the very end where he's like Half-Life presents like opportunities in the gaming industry or something to like do new stuff or whatever, to like challenge whatever. I don't know his direct quotes, but like
Yeah.
yeah, like something like that. Something like that.
Mm. I know they already have like a kind of a base to work off of for Half-Life 3, so I feel like that's the natural next step.
And they already teased it in Half-Life Alyx, like
Yeah, of course.
I guess I think it's Half-Life 3 because if this game is not Half-Life 3, then let's be real, we're never getting it. We're never getting Half-Life 3 or Episode 3 or any continuation because all the old guard at Valve is going to be fucking leaving. Like, they're going to be retiring soon. Everyone's retiring, right? Like, this has to be, like, the final last hurrah. Like, these last 5 or 6 years that they've been working on Half-Life, or HLX, like, it's gotta be Half-Life 3, right? And also Hopium. I'm high on Hopium, so...
I think everybody is right now.
Everyone's... That's why we're making this video. It's because the Hopium's so crazy right now, and I think, like, we gotta express our Hopium, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Put it out there. And I guess that leads into our next question. Are you hopeful about Half-Life 3 dropping soon?
Dropping soon, I would classify as within the next year or two. But yes, I'm so hopeful. I've held this opinion since around Half-Life Alyx came out. I think they're working on Half-Life 3 in some capacity. There's no way they're not after that ending. But it's just a matter of if they're going to finish it, which I think they probably are, just based off all the leaks and the data mines, but...
It won't be, like, this year, obviously. I mean, there's the possibility it could be announced this year. That's why we're making this video, but...
Yeah.
I mean, it could be announced at any point. Any day now, it could be announced. Like, Valve will announce it whenever they want. I'm hopeful that it will release. I don't think it's going to be canceled, because it survived their, their break. It, like, survived their vacation or whatever, so, I think we're in for a drop at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next year. Maybe the year after. Maybe 2027. I don't know.
I think if they're gonna release anything soon, they're probably gonna announce their new Half-Life project on the 18th or the 19th, somewhere in this range, these next 3 days, or and they're probably gonna release it in March, because remember that's when Half-Life Alyx releases, March 23rd, I think. So
yeah, but would they really follow the exact formula they did for Alyx? Like,
I mean, they have a habit of just following dates. Left 4 Dead. Those 2 games were released on the same day, exactly a year apart.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a Valve thing that they do.
I know Tyler McVicker talks about, like, oh, this is just what they do. Valve's gonna frickin' do this because, like, they did this for Alyx. They're gonna announce it in a tweet. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that. Like, Valve does its own thing. To have it be announced before the Game Awards is crazy, though. Like,
yeah, I feel like
that happened.
It would be so cool. That would be so just incredible to announce at the Gaming Awards.
It's a good middle finger to the industry that they're not being involved with, like, everything else, and they just do it, like, they just announce it themselves. That'd be so wild. How long have you waited for Half-Life 3?
I'd say probably since I really got into Half-Life around Alyx's release, so I'd say maybe 5 or 6 years, even though I played all the games way before that.
I'm gonna say I started playing in 2018. I was 11 or 12 or something. So that'd be what? I'm 19 now, so that's like 7 years, 8 years, roughly. And I know we're young. A lot of boomers are gonna see this and be like, you guys are so young. You guys have not been waiting as long as we've been waiting, because, like, a lot of people have, like, waited literally half their lives. Yeah, so we definitely are young in the game, but I still think our opinions are valid.
Yeah.
We're new breed, we're new gen, but we're still excited. I'm sure we're real fans, right?
Yeah. Probably, I hope so.
Yeah. Probably, I hope so. We're not fake. Do you think Half-Life 3 will be at the 2025 Game Awards?
It if it's not announced in these next 3 days, God, I hope so. But I feel like if it's gonna be announced at any major gaming event, it'll probably be the Game Awards, just because, Geoff Keighley, he's kind of vaguely associated with Valve. Pretty sure he was there for Half-Life 1's release.
And I think Valve still might owe him for like what happened with Alyx, where like they were planning on showing it at the Game Awards, but they didn't do that.
That's
Valve
true.
did their own thing. So maybe they still owe Geoff Keighley. Maybe they're gonna announce it, but then the trailer will be at the Game Awards. That's something that could happen.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
But
I'd be down for that.
That would be cool, but also we'd be kind of spoiled before the Game Awards, so I don't know. I would love to see it, but I don't know, it's 50-50. Like, either they don't do it or they do it. It's up to Valve. But I would really love to see it, just for the sake of like being there for a live show and waiting on something that I'm excited for. Because if Half-Life 3 is announced before the Game Awards, then what are me and my friends gonna watch the Game Awards for? Like, what are we watching it for?
Exactly. I feel like that's the entire reason I've been watching
else.
the Game Awards these past couple years.
Yeah, that's the only reason we've been watching it. And now there's a possibility they might announce it before. So, what's the point? I'll still watch the Game Awards though. Do you think Half-Life 3 will beat GTA 6 at the 2026 Game Awards?
Ooh.
That's a debate.
That's a tough question.
That's a tough one. I've seen so much like stuff on Twitter about that.
Because I feel like nowadays GTA 6 has a much bigger audience. A lot of the people who kind of dictate these real decisions, because I'm under the impression that they don't go purely based off of the popular vote for the Game Awards. Although that does have a say in it. It's not the end all be all. But I feel like if we're going off of like some people in control of the Game Awards, they pick decisions, it might be Half-Life 3. Just because they're probably going to be older and they're probably going to be more inclined towards something as monumental as Half-Life 3.
And it's Geoff Keighley. He's been there since like he'll definitely influence that decision a bit, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, because he's been there since the beginning watching Valve, so we're a new breed, like we're newer generations, right? We're Gen Z, Gen whatever, and we're not really the type of people to be Half-Life fans, and yet we are. So I'd say we're kind of rare in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of our generation would be like big GTA fans, but I'm not really. I don't care about GTA. I never really.
I mean, I kind of do. I like GTA,
some of it. Yeah, I like some of it, but it just never really spoke to me in a big way. But like in my heart, I would say Half-Life 3 would win. But in terms of like popularity and newer generations and what kids nowadays like, I doubt if you go up to someone at school and ask them about GTA 6, they'll know it immediately. But if you ask them about Half-Life 3, they'll be like, huh? What is that? Like, I was one of those kids at school who was talking about stuff that nobody knew what I was talking about. I only knew one person in school that knew what Half-Life was. You did bring up a good point, though, that objective, like, it could actually win given the crowd, like, that's actually dictating the win. Because it's not like the community, it's more like whoever's running the Game Awards. I get that. Do you think Geoff Keighley will blue ball us again?
He'll blue ball us with something, for sure. Because every year, there's several times where he's like, this is the biggest announcement to ever be announced from a studio that hasn't announced something since 2007. And it's some, like, random company that no one's ever heard of.
Respected developer. Could you imagine, like, there's no announcement for Half-Life 3 by Valve, and then when we get to the Game Awards, Geoff Keighley blue balls us again, and there's nothing there.
Imagine we're just making this video in vain.
We're making this video in vain. Maybe we're stuck in a time loop. Like, we're just constantly waiting on HLX. Like, maybe all the hype is all the hopium's gonna be for nothing. Actual Half-Life 3 or HLX related questions, like the actual game itself. What kind of game mechanic, old or new, would you like to see in Half-Life 3?
I don't know. I guess just in a more broad sense, I liked how kind of tight Half-Life 2's gun design was. Like there was not really any just guns that didn't have a purpose in the wider game. But Half-Life, the original one, it had a lot of funny stuff like the snarks. I kind of want more of that, where it's just like they just add stuff that are fun to use just for the sake of it.
Like, give Gordon Freeman more thingamabobs and gadgets and goober schnickels and, use that against the enemy.
I also want to
What the
return
hell is a goober?
of Half-Life Deathmatch.
What's a goober schnickel?
I
I
don't
just made
know.
up that word. What the hell is...
Goober Schnickel.
Okay, anyways. Oh yeah, Half-Life Deathmatch? You want that to return?
Yeah, so I want a Half-Life 3 Deathmatch.
It would be really cool if we got a deathmatch, like a multiplayer for it. It's not my type of gameplay though, for sure. It's not really my type of multiplayer game, but it would be fun.
I really do love some Half-Life Deathmatch from time to time.
I really want to see vehicles return. Alyx had no vehicles, which is understandable. It's a VR game and like accessibility or whatever. But I want another vehicle. It doesn't have to be like I don't expect us to like drive around the Soviet helicopter that's at the end of episode 2, but like maybe in like the Arctic we could have like a car or something, or like I don't know, like some sort of new.
It moves at like 5 miles an hour. Paves the snow.
Hello there. We are back. It's the next day. It's November 17th, right? Yeah, it's November 17th.
Yeah.
It's the
right.
day before the 18th, which is rumored to be the release or the announcement of HLX, or what we think is Half-Life 3. Not sure if it's going to be that, though. We have another person here. You mind telling us who you are?
Hello, I'm LightROOM. I voiced 98 in the newest episode of Terminal Violation, and I'm a co-writer.
Why is your hand on your ear?
Don't worry about
He's
it.
low-key performative.
Yeah. I'm performative, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm performative. You're also getting reported right now.
What?
Yeah.
Valve and Steam will ban your account in the next hour.
You're getting VAC banned, buddy.
You're getting VAC banned, buddy.
You're getting
Alright.
VAC banned.
So, we were like asking each other, or no, I was asking Marvius like a bunch of questions before, but now that you're here, I feel like I gotta give the viewers like, they gotta get to know you a bit more. So you're LightROOM, now they know you. When did you get into Half-Life?
I got into Half-Life when I was like around like 9, 10. My dad introduced me to Half-Life 2, and I got hooked. I started playing Half-Life 2 first before Half-Life 1. Awful, but I eventually played Half-Life 1, I played Half-Life Source. I just got super into it. And then Gmod came around when I was in like 2015 for me. And I got super into the Source community. And I met you and Marvius and a bunch of other people.
We kind of talked a lot about, like, Half-Life did a lot for us, and we wouldn't have, like, met, like, a crap ton of the people we know. And, like Briefcase wouldn't have been a thing. None of anything that we have right now would have been a thing without, like, Half-Life. Without us, meeting over Gary's mod and shit.
Like, Half-Life 2, for me, inspired a lot of my creative interests these days. And Gary's mod, it really got me into the Source engine and, like, some amount of Blender and modeling and stuff. And there's so many communities in the Source community, like, little tinier ones, that have super passionate people, right? Like, I mean, with the HLX stuff today, you can see that, like, this engine is older than a lot of people who are talking about it, but there are still so many people who are just so passionate for these games, right? And that's really cool. Half-Life 2 is definitely the one that I've played the most. I've played Half-Life 2 so much. I replay it every year, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. It's definitely my favorite Half-Life game. Episode 2 is probably a better game, but I'm just a little bit more nostalgic for, like, the original Half-Life 2. it just has so many fond memories for me, and it gets really nostalgic every time I play it.
I guess the viewers know you a bit more, I'd say. I guess we can return to my Half-Life 3 questions. Actually, I'm going to ask the first one that I asked Marvius. Do you think HLX is Half-Life 3?
I think so. I know that I'm not completely up to date on all the updates for HLX, but I do know that is there not an HEV suit that we've got confirmed for that game? I'm pretty certain. I thought there was.
I have no idea.
It could have been. I think it was.
I know that we know that there's Zen stuff in Half-Life X. So like, I really don't think, because we know it's a keyboard and mouse game. I really do think that it's going to be Half-Life 3, or at the very least something that continues from where Episode 2 was.
What if it's Half-Life 3, but they call it something else, like Half-Life Zen, and it's just the continuation of the... I don't know, that'd be weird. That'd be really weird.
I wouldn't mind, as long as it is a continuation of the Half-Life story. I don't really mind what it's doing. Obviously, if they make it bad, that would be a problem, but I have faith in Valve.
Mm-hmm.
Valve makes generally great games, so I'm certain that they'll go somewhere good with it.
What character are you most excited to see in Half-Life 3?
This might be a little bit of an obvious answer, but I really want to see Barney again. Man, I miss Barney. I love Barney, bro.
That's great, because that was my answer as well. I really hope that Barney comes back as like this best friends with Gordon, because we know that like they were friends before even Half-Life, like they at Black Mesa. I really hope that we get to see Barney like for a lot of that game. Like how in Episode 1 Alyx is there for a lot of it, and Episode 2 she's like this main companion. I really hope Barney is treated that way.
Oh, well, Barney and Gordon buddy adventure. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like a Gordon and Barney adventure, and they give Barney all these really cool animations and like emotional moments. That would be great. I really do think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that was my answer too. I was gonna say Barney because, I think a lot of everyone wants to see Barney again, bro. Like everyone's been clamoring for it because he doesn't show up in Episode 2 and he's just vanished ever since.
Well, I mean, if you don't count the one voice line, which I think was actually put in by accident.
It was an accident. Yeah.
There's really not that many characters in Half-Life, I guess. Like, there's a lot of little mini ones, like just random rebels
and Sheckley
stuff. Yeah, I love Sheckley. He's awesome. But like, there's not that many real characters in Half-Life that we can expect to show up again. It would be cool to see some of the more like side characters come up, but I don't know. Like Cubbage.
And because Odessa Cubbage could show up again. But
he's a general. Let's get him.
Sure, why not?
Let's send him to Zen first.
For Colonel.
He'll be a test subject.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Put him in an HEV suit.
They have another one?
I forgot about Russell. What happened to Russell? That's my question.
Shit. Right. Yeah, oh my god, what happened to him? Because
it would be cool, yeah.
Maybe we could... I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Russell, because he is a new character that was introduced by Alyx, and I'd imagine, like, a lot of people love Russell, and a lot of people at Valve probably love Russell. I mean, they could, like, retroactively put him in, like, maybe he shows up at White Forest that day, like, when Eli dies, or I guess now with the new ending that we got in Alyx, like, he'll show up maybe there. But, I mean, that'd be cool to see him, but, like, what purpose does he serve that Magnuson and Kleiner don't already serve, I mean, like we already have 3 characters that could be talking to us, like, through radio or whatever. Like, we got Kleiner, Eli, and Magnuson all in the labs. So, to have Russell there, I don't know.
I don't know, because I think just seeing... If Half-Life 3 is more of a narrative-focused game, which would be interesting, I'm not sure how Valve's going to do it. But I do think it would be really cool to see, like, those 3 talking with each other and bouncing off of each other on radio. Because, like, a lot of great moments from Episode 2 during the White Forest sequence was seeing Kleiner and Magnuson just yell at each other, and
Yeah.
like the personality differences between the two. So I think it'd be
Like-
nice to see Russell kind of talking to them.
Yeah. I'm more so like Barney. Barney's gotta be showing up again.
For
Because
sure,
like
for sure.
if you're going to the Arctic, but is Eli gonna come with you? He's got no leg. Like he's walking on a pirate leg. So like, you know, I feel like it'd be better to have Barney with you as like sort of a replacement for Alyx in the Arctic.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, there's a lot like since Alyx became like a really developed character, especially in the episodes, how about give some of that to Barney, you know? Give Barney
Yeah.
more development, develop him more. Because Alyx is gone now.
It would also be cool to have another Vortigaunt companion. Vortigaunts kind of all like relatively act the same, so it doesn't really matter which one. But it would be nice to see another Vortigaunt companion. I really like seeing like the way they interact with humans and their cultures and stuff. It's really cool. The Vortigaunts are a really interesting alien species.
Without Tony Todd, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're
Yeah.
right. Both the voice actors passed away.
Mhm.
So they'll have to get a new actor for the Vortigaunts probably.
I'm sure.
Which I mean,
it'll be good.
I don't mind. They'll do a
Yeah.
great job, I'm sure.
For sure, but it's just not going to
The
be the same.
Vortigaunt. It,
Yeah,
it
it's not the
probably
same.
won't be the same.
I miss
but-
Tony Todd. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
man. What weapons would you like to see, old or new, in Half-Life 3?
Hmm.
Hmm. I really want to see them bring back the Tau cannon. Like they rip it off the buggy, just give it to you. Because man, I love
Yeah.
the Tau cannon. I really want them to like make it like the Half-Life Deathmatch Tau cannon, where you can like launch yourself across the map. Although
That'd be-
that would be
that'd be funny as
overpowered,
hell.
but that would be fun as hell.
I think that like the Tau cannon is a pretty obvious pick. I think most people would probably say that.
Uh-huh.
I hope that they bring back the glue-on gun. I think that thing's really cool. You remember the portal gun thingy from Opposing Force? I forget what it's called. Remember that thing? It shoots,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
three- it's like the
I know what
BFG
you're talking
thing.
about.
Yeah.
I-
That thing would be kind of fun.
Like something with a D.
Yeah,
The D?
the displacer cannon.
The displacer cannon. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it's called. Yeah.
I haven't played Opposing Force
That would be
in a minute.
Me neither, dude. I don't like Opposing Force.
Me
I know
neither.
that's like
Me neither. Hot take, but I hate
know that's
Opposing
a-
Force.
I know that's a hot take, but I don't like Opposing Force. It's-
oh no, man.
It's just like if you took the worst parts of Half-Life 1, oh my fucking god.
Race X existing is just stupid.
I
don't
agree.
understand.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I don't
think-
understand what they were doing with Race X.
They're cool. They're cool aliens. They just don't explain them at all, and it's so weird that they're showing up. I think it'd be cool if we saw them in a context that wasn't Opposing Force.
Yeah.
It's just that the context they're in kind of sucks. I like the concepts and I like the enemies, but the context is absolutely atrocious, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like, none of it really lines up.
Agreed.
We're getting off track.
Yeah, we're getting off
point-
track. Weapons.
My final point on weapons is that whatever they bring back for Half-Life 3, I desperately hope that they improve gameplay. Because, like, Half-Life 1 and 2 don't really play that differently. They really don't. I mean, obviously, Half-Life 2 has its physics, but the base gameplay concepts are pretty similar. And that's not a great thing, because I don't really think Half-Life 2 gunplay is very good. I really don't think that game, combat-wise, is great. The NPCs kind of suck. There's not that much enemy variety in that game.
There's a lot of hot takes.
The episodes help a lot. The episodes help a lot. But like base Half-Life 2, I don't know, man. I always thought
We're getting a lot of hate in the comments, bro.
we are. It's fine.
We're getting
It's
hate.
fine.
We're
That's-
getting hate.
This guy's
it's
getting
fine, 'cause
hate.
I'm right.
All the Opposing Force fans and the big Half-Life 2 meat riders are so mad at us. Like there's Half-Life 2 like really loyal Half-Life 2 like fanboys.
Look,
That's
man.
a community that I've like seen.
Look, man. Half-Life 2 is my favorite Half-Life game. It doesn't make it perfect, okay?
Yeah, it's not
It
perfect
has
at all.
problems.
No, about the
Maybe.
question, I said weapons old or new, or old and new. So you can say old weapons, but also what's like a new weapon that you guys would want to see? Like, what's something like think of something or like something that you might have
the Combine
planned.
Sniper.
Combat sniper.
True. Combat sniper would be
That's a
sick.
good one. That would
Combat
be
sniper.
sick.
Have you guys played what's it called? Fuck. That one Halo mod where it's there's like the piss gun that the grunts shoot
Cursed
at you on.
Halo?
Yes, Cursed
Cursed
Halo.
Halo.
The little
Yeah.
piss gun, you can shoot piss at them, but like ice.
The blob gun, ice gun, whatever. From
Ice
the
gun.
Half-Life 3, from the Half-Life 3,
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was gonna
yeah.
say that. I was gonna
That thing
say
is really
that.
cool.
I
Yeah.
want the ice gun. I really love the ice gun. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Like watching the documentary and seeing like gameplay of what was like stuff for episode 3 and the dudes using the ice gun to like make a fucking shield wall to like cover like, you know, like from Combine like firing at him. Like that shit looks sick as fuck. And he's like riding around like Frozone. Like, bro, I want that. That shit
Being
looks
able-
tough.
Being able to freeform make like terrain for yourself in a it's like barely restricted way is like, first of all, that's an insane gameplay change. Like that allows for so much player creativity, and that would be really cool, especially since they're going super heavy into like liquid and fire mechanics for this HLX. From what we know, I would be really interested to see like what they're doing with that. You know.
Yeah, and the way they like talk about it in the documentary, like they were struggling with Source 1 like later down the line because they couldn't figure out like what stuff can we do with this engine? Like I don't know. Like they got Arcane to make episode 4 like the Ravenholm shit and they couldn't figure it out. They were doing a bunch of wild shit with it and none of it was really working. So now they have a new engine and new shit that they can do in the engine and new stuff. So like anything is possible now. They're not limited by Source 1 and all the, you know, stuff that they were doing with Half-Life 2. Now they can just like go in whatever the fuck direction they want. What old NPCs would you like to make a return in Half-Life 3?
When you say NPCs, do you mean like enemies?
Enemies, allies, mostly enemies.
I'll let you go first, Lightroom.
Bull Squid. I think this might be the most obvious pick ever, but Bull Squid and Hound Eye. I really want to see these come back. I'm pretty certain Mark Laidlaw is the one who said that Bull Squids are still around canonically. They're just not in Half-Life 2. But they deserve to be back, especially since if we're going to be going to the Arctic, there's going to be a lot of water, most likely. So it'd be really cool to see the what is the green bull squid, the crocodile one, or alligator, whatever the hell. The one I'm talking about from the beta.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It'd
yeah.
be really cool to see like an aquatic bull squid.
I was gonna say Hound Eye because I just fucking love Hound Eyes. They're so cute. Like
They are.
and I like the gameplay thing that they do where it's like they can do a charge attack like Shockwave, but then like if there's like multiple of them, it becomes stronger or something, and like the color
Yeah.
changes and shit. I want that to return. And I don't know, and like seeing like concepts of like Arctic Hound Eyes, I'm like, yo, this is like both sick as fuck, but also really cute. Like I really I don't know, I really love Hound Eyes. They're like one of my favorite creatures in the series, so I'd love to see them.
I really like Hound Eyes and Bull Squids, but honestly, I really want to see the tentacles back.
Oh
Just as, like, a big set
Oh
piece.
yeah.
Because
Yeah, the Zen
they still
tentacles.
exist. Because there's tentacles in Half-Life Alyx. There's like little baby ones in that quarantine
Yeah.
zone. But
The tentacles are cool.
Isn't the Zen gorilla like some weird tentacle thing?
what?
I'm like getting a,
The Zen
What?
oh,
gorilla?
I was getting a call. Sorry. Yeah, the Zen gorilla. You guys don't know about the Zen gorilla?
I mean, I know what the Zen gorilla is, but I didn't know. I don't. Tentacle? What?
Zen
Okay.
gorilla. I think I'm out of the loop here.
Okay, Marvius. So it's a thing in the files of HLX that has been like a thing since Alyx. Marvius, you didn't know about the Zen gorilla, so
No,
it's like,
I don't watch
it's
Tyler
just so funny
McVicker
to you.
because I don't like speculation, false information. No shade to
It's
Tyler
not false
McVicker.
information.
I just don't like him.
I love Tyler
I-
McVicker. He's great.
I have one additional pick. It would be
Alright.
really cool to see a Gargantua again.
I was about to say that actually,
Ooh.
dude.
Yeah.
I really want to see
that's a
like a
good
big
one.
set piece with a Gargantua too.
especially like in the HD, like super high quality model of a Gargantua.
Because
Like
I
that would be
loved
so
what
cool.
I loved what Black Mesa did with the Gargantua, especially in 1.5. I want to see something like that in Half-Life 3.
Yeah, yeah, no, it would be really cool to see, like just in general, wildlife and things from Zen being introduced back into Half-Life through Half-Life 3 would be really interesting.
I know this doesn't really count because it's a cut enemy, but the cremator, man, I want to see the
Oh
cremator.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
any form of the cremator, like, it doesn't need to be exactly how it is. Like, if they can't get a flamethrower guy to work, then, at least just use the head on an enemy that, just like in any form, like, just give me the cremator head on some enemy and I'll be happy. Because, like, that design has been conceptualized for, like, twice. It's been conceptualized twice, for Half-Life 2 and for Alyx. And in both times, they cut it. So, like,
yeah.
third time's the charm. Give us the cremator. I would
It
love
would be
that.
it would be really cool to see them, especially like with in modern animating and models. They could really make that into something scary as hell. Because like
And
the
if the
cremator is
game's in
creepy,
the
man.
if the game's in the Arctic, flamethrower guy, that's
Yeah,
perfect. Like,
that would be cool.
imagine the fire fuckery that could happen with that, especially with like new fire simulations and stuff. Oh
You
man, that'd be great.
you put down the ice gun, like you use the ice gun, and it acts as like it just
A
deletes
deterrent.
your
Oh,
cover
dude,
immediately.
that'd be sick.
Ooh, that would be
Yeah,
sick.
so like you have to rely on less of the ice gun or something. Like that would be really cool.
Imagine killing a cremator and picking up the flamethrower.
Or it could be like the in the beta, it wasn't as much of a flamethrower as it was like a plasma beam.
Yeah, it was like a plasma thing,
Yeah, yeah,
like
it was like a
the
green laser
immolator.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a green laser, which would be just as cool as like a kind of a temporary like power weapon from Halo almost. Like you pick it up and it's like you have it for a little bit. It's really strong or
Mhm.
something. Like that'd be cool.
Speaking
be
of
cool.
Halo, though, I had another idea. I really want to see something like the crab synth, but like bigger. Like scarab sized that you can like mount. Like just like Halo 3.
Oh, like a big combine vehicle, like a
Yeah.
big
That
like
would be cool.
synth thing. Like you climb on top of the. Oh, that would be sick.
That would be
Like
cool. Do you guys
it'd be like a Strider, but like bigger, and you can get on it.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be more. That would be less of like an NPC enemy and more of a set piece. But yeah, I do agree. That
True,
would be
true.
really cool. Do you know? Do you know what the assault synth is?
No, I don't think so.
It is a concept art, and it's like a tinier crab synth with like an artillery gun on it. It's from a
Oh, like the
concept art.
tank.
It's yeah,
like a
it's
tank?
like it's like a tank almost. That
Yeah,
would
I've
also
seen
be
that art.
cool. That would
Yeah,
be
that's
cool
that.
as like
I would love to
another
see
type
that.
of vehicle enemy to fight.
Honestly, just more synths in general. Like combine
Synth
synths are like
soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
synth soldiers. Yeah, like synths are like really. They're kind of underutilized in like Half-Life 2. Like it's
For
kind
sure.
of just like the Strider, the Hunter, it's like they just
gunship.
really use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gunship, the dropship. Like they're really just like I want them to be like more of like a big focus. I don't know if we'd get that, but
If Half-Life 3 is the end of Half-Life, which it very might well be, like we're going into the end game, right, with the Combine. So seeing more of their homeworld synths or something coming down to fight in some way would be really neat. It'd be a visual showcasing that they're on their last legs, like they want you dead.
using because they had like synths in reserve on the Citadel.
Yeah.
So like they're
like the
just
depot and all
throwing.
that.
Yeah, like they had the depot and they had the crab synths and the mortar synths and the Citadel. They could just be throwing at the player whatever the hell they have left because they're on their last legs in the Arctic and shit. And also, since it is the end of the series, they could use it as an opportunity to just like empty their ideas, like empty their papers. Like they already had a bunch of shit planned for the beta, and probably in this game's creation and for half of Alyx, just use all the ideas you have and throw whatever works in there. I think it'd be cool.
There's that one synth concept of the guy with the spear, like the spear gun. That would be cool. Like a enemy that kind of stalks you and jumps you and stuff with a spear. Like that would be really cool.
Is it like the dude with like the orange helmet or whatever, like the see-through
yeah,
helmet.
he has like the see-through orange helmet. It's also just
I think-
like
Wasn't that like a Combine Elite?
yeah, that was a Combine Elite. But he was very synthy. It would just be cool to see just like how like brutal the Combine is with their biological like synthetic stuff.
I guess I should move on to the next question because we were kind of
Yeah.
on that one for a while.
Yeah.
We're gonna spark more controversy with this one.
Oh.
Did you like the ending of Half-Life Alyx, and do you think they'll follow it up well?
Ooh.
So I know this is gonna be a touchy subject for you, Lightroom. But Marvius, what is your take on the ending, and do you think they'll follow it up?
I don't know how I feel about the ending. One part of me doesn't like it because it kind of like takes away from episode 2. But I feel like what Valve was trying to do was trying to get themselves out of a hole. Like they felt like they couldn't maybe continue off of episode 2 in the way that they wanted. So hopefully they'll continue off of Alyx well and they'll execute properly. I hope.
Okay. So I don't like the Alyx ending. Let me make that clear.
Yep.
My primary reason for that is that Half-Life 3 is now no longer a sequel to Half-Life 2 Episode 2.
Yeah, it's
It
a
is
sequel to Half-Life Alyx.
Half-Life Alyx, which is a prequel game, which is stupid, mind you.
It's innovative.
But also, yeah, they made a prequel into a sequel. You're right. That is innovative.
And it's a VR game.
Yeah, it's a VR game, so a good majority of the player base had to see that ending through a YouTube video. Because getting VR is expensive as hell.
Imagine you've been out of the loop and you don't have VR, and all you have is like your old PC from like late 2000s or early 2010s maybe, and you're just like, you know, that new Half-Life 3, wow, and it's like optimized so I can play it. And then you play Half-Life 3, the sequel to Episode 2 apparently, and it's nothing like the opening starts with Eli being alive and Alyx is gone. Could you imagine, bro?
It's so much confusion. And like, have you like the ending to Episode 2 is incredible.
Oh, it's
I
so
love
good,
it.
dude.
It's so harrowing hearing Alyx like just sobbing as the credits start, right? And they just really nailed that voice acting.
Mhm.
And like and now Alyx, half of Alyx took that away. That ending is null. It doesn't matter anymore. Like that sucks. I really don't like that.
And it kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth that they recast Alyx in Episode 2. Like what, or sorry, in Half-Life Alyx. So what does that mean for the future? Like, if Alyx shows up again, is she gonna be voiced by their new voice actress? Because like, I don't know, man. Like Merle Dandridge, I don't know if she'd return. And like just her voice acting in Episode 2 and how they were, what Mark Laidlaw has talked about with like how Alyx was gonna like progress into Episode 3. I would have like loved to see that performance and Alyx go like Alyx, just seeing Alyx like further unravel and be like a much darker character in Episode 3. Like how she would have reacted to her father's death and like how she would be more closed off. Like, I don't know, just like something about that. Like, it's really wild to think about. It's like so cool, but that's not what we're getting. Clearly, like Alyx is gone now. Alyx is in stasis, and Eli's there. So we're not gonna see Alyx's reaction to her father's death. We're not gonna see like, you know, anything after Episode 2's ending. We're gonna see a new, completely different story.
I love Half of Alyx as a game because it is a Half-Life game, and I love Half-Life, and I love seeing the world building in Half of Alyx is incredible. There's a lot of really cool concepts. Like they brought back Vortigaunt batteries, and that's really cool. But
like we're not saying that Alyx is a bad game.
Yeah,
it's
it's just like that ending is just really rough.
The ending's a lot to take in because we've waited so long on a sequel that is taking place after the ending of Episode 2. Like I didn't wait this long for a sequel to a VR game that I didn't play. I've been waiting for a sequel to Episode 2, Half-Life 2. It really depends on how they do it. I'm sure they're gonna blow our socks off with the story. Like I have no doubt in my mind, like Valve always makes a great game. And even if the story sucks, it's still going to be a great game, but
Yeah.
you know, the story is what I'm most concerned about. As much gameplay stuff that they do and what new cool stuff they do with the gameplay, and I'm sure it's going to be like the greatest game ever made. But if the story sucks, why will I care? You know?
I don't know. We're just gonna have to see because it's like we don't know what they're going to do for Half-Life 3. The story isn't free for all at this point. We have absolutely zero idea what they're gonna do, right?
It fully depends on what they do.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Maybe
I
they
guess.
don't even go to the Arctic. We don't know.
Maybe
so we
not.
have to see.
Maybe we're just gonna like, I don't know, chase Alyx, chase Gman. That's gonna be the story.
We're gonna
I don't
hunt
know, man.
G-Man with her crippled father.
Oh boy. What is your theory on what the G-Man is and what his motivations may be?
I don't think he really knows his true motivations to an extent. I feel like there's a power above him that's controlling him, possibly. Obviously, because he says my employers.
Yeah,
But,
it's his
like-
employers.
But like, I don't know if he truly knows. He knows to an extent, but he doesn't truly know. But I also think that he's kind of just like a way for Valve to do whatever the hell they want. Like I said earlier, how they wrote themselves into a corner and they couldn't like finish the story off the way they wanted to, so they did whatever they did with Alyx's ending. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, if you get what I'm putting down.
Yeah, I get it. Like, it's like a Valve. Like, G-Man is Valve. In a way, he's their narrative device that, like, can twist things.
There's a
into
certain
the
word
way
I'm
they
looking for.
want.
Is it
Like
surrogate?
a plot device? Surrogate could be it.
He's a Valve surrogate. Yeah, he's a diegetic means of changing things in whatever way Valve wants.
Mhm.
And like,
I guess, yeah.
that's probably a fairly accurate summation to how Valve view G-Man. But as far as canon is concerned, we have zero clue. we don't really know.
Oh, no, we know. G-Man's an idolin. he's a space baby. He's a space baby in disguise.
Hell yeah.
I love that theory. It's so
That's
funny.
a good theory. Me and Walter were talking earlier, and you mentioned a theory during the Half of Alyx ending, where when he goes like, "That's a particular nudge" or whatever, he's like viewing the future or like timelines or something. Like you can see him visibly looking at something, and then he slips. Right.
Yeah, like, and there's like a bit before that where it's like the Zen part, and he like copies himself a bunch of times. Like a bunch of G-Mans just come out of him, and they're like walking around. I think he's like perceiving a bunch of different things at once. Is like that's a description I've seen from a lot of people, but I don't know how that pertains to his motivations and what he's doing. But like the implication there that G-Man is like everywhere at once, and he's kind of just like watching everything. He's always waiting for the moment to speak.
Yeah.
Get Mike Shapiro.
I love Mike Shapiro, bro. Mike Shapiro's the goat.
He's so cool. No,
You can
like,
you can see him in the Steam frame. You can see G-Man, that same G-Man art.
Oh yeah, I remember
So,
that.
you
Yeah.
know, Half-Life 3 is releasing tomorrow, so
it is. It's releasing tomorrow. It's happening.
it's tomorrow. There's no way I can answer that. I don't fucking know what G-Man's deal is.
Oh yeah,
He's,
that's right. You didn't give a.
Yeah, I didn't give. I don't know the answer.
I'm sorry.
I think. All right, my answer is whatever the fuck. I don't care. Next question. I don't give a fuck. Make him a mystery. I don't care. It's like the Forerunners. Like keep them a mystery. Keep G-Man a mystery. Because no one's gonna because if they reveal his motivation, everyone's gonna be mad. Like it's gonna be like no one's gonna. A lot of it's gonna like conflict with what other people wanted. Some of it's gonna line up with what other people were talking about. Like it's gonna be a whole thing. So I really want to avoid that.
This kind of happens. What happens when you have like a community for 20 years that's been that's been this begging for new content, and then you start
like
going off the rails doing.
That's
their
true,
own
I
thing
guess.
and
I don't want the same thing that happened to Halo to happen to Half-Life. So you know, I just let's just keep it a mystery. Next question. This is a really vague one. I guess the reason I asked this is I think about it a lot, and I think about Epstil 3 a lot and how that ended up. But how do you think the story should end? Just personally, how do you think the story of Half-Life should end? What's like the last, like, remaining, like, what's the last part of Half-Life 3 in your mind?
Fuck.
That's a really tough question. Oh my goodness.
That's a very tough question. We're assuming that Half-Life 3 is going to keep to the idea that in Half-Life, it's like Dead Space, where you're seeing everything through Isaac's eyes, you're seeing everything through Gordon's eyes, right? There's absolutely zero cutscenes, right?
Yeah.
We're keeping to that. I think that a very kind of sweet ending, assuming Gordon lived in Half-Life 3, let's assume that, because who knows? What was
What is
that?
that? What is
What's
that?
my ringtone? Hold on.
Hello? I think it would be really cool
Okay,
to see
I'll be down in a minute.
future Earth,
Bye.
like, in the next 10 years after Half-Life 3 or something, when humanity has gotten to a point where there's something of a civilization, and just seeing, like, the last of moments of, like, a genuine happy ending, you know, a free humanity. They've broken away from the Combine. They've built something. Lambda is a government now, right? Like, I think it would be really neat to just see what Gordon has for himself in the future, you know?
I think it'd be really interesting if Gordon sacrificed himself.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, like, what if he...
Very
what if
different
he...
ideas.
No, yeah, I know it's very different from what you had in mind. What if Gordon dies at the end? Like, big sacrifice to save Earth, and it's being done through your eyes. So, like, you know, you die,
Mhm.
and then that's the end, and then credits. I don't know. Like,
That-
it's maybe it's like gonna be an explosion, and it's like very slow fade to white as like you're saying goodbye to like a lot of the characters or something, and then credits. I guess I don't know. That'd be interesting.
You know what would be really funny? Is if they pulled a
What?
Half-Life 1 and gave you multiple choices.
Oh my god, yo, that would
would be cool.
actually that would
And,
be
and
really
as
cool.
as like a final game in the series, that would be sick.
That would be
Because you
so, like,
never know which
choose-
one's canon.
Just
Yeah,
like,
you never know.
just the very idea, because Half-Life 1 and 2 were, like, restricted, right, by their time.
Mhm.
They were games that had to be rushed at times. But Half-Life 3 could have, like, what if there were multiple endings based on choices made throughout the entire game, right?
Mm.
Like, multiple endings that could occur from how you act or what you do in key moments, you know?
Do you think Half-Life 3 will live up to expectations?
No, absolutely not. Because people are gonna have such a high expectation of what Half-Life 3 is supposed to be, because it's been so long that it's never gonna live up to expectations. I just hope it's a good game.
We've been waiting for so long, there's no way. It's been 20 years since Half-Life 2, well, 21 years. There's just no way that Half-Life 3 can possibly live up to the expectations. Now, I'm most certain that it's going to be an incredible game. I'm certain it'll be Game of the Year. It'll probably surpass every other Half-Life game. But will it live up to those expectations? No. People have lived half their life or more wishing for this game to exist. So, no, I don't think it'll beat those kind of expectations.
My answer is a no, but in a different way. Like, I don't think it's no, it won't live up to expectations. I think, like, it will for, like, 99% of people, but, like, there's always gonna be one person or, like, a crowd of people that are going to absolutely despise it. Because there are people who dislike Half-Life 2. Like, there's people who, like, they love Half-Life 1, and then they played Half-Life 2, and they were really disappointed by it. They didn't like it. They didn't like the gameplay. They didn't, like... Where's the Tau cannon? Where's, like, the fast gunplay? Where's, like, where's all the, like, super fast shit? And like, where's the Hound Eyes and shit? Like, I'm sure there's people that really don't like the Combine as a threat. There's people who probably don't really vibe with the dystopian world or whatever. I'm sure there's people that hate Half-Life 2. So I think no matter what, it's not going to live up to expectations because there's always going to be people that dislike it. That's just like everything. But also we gotta temper our expectations a little. You know, I don't think it's going to be the absolute peak masterpiece. I just expect like a good continuation, and that's fine enough for me. Tensions are high, man, because like we've waited so long. Like I can't believe we're so close.
Half-Life 3 is at this like mythical level of like status in the gaming industry that even seeing what it will look like will probably be very surprising, just because this is 20 years.
I'm gonna be lucid, dude. I'm gonna be lucid.
I'm probably gonna like actually cry.
I'm gonna think I'm like on drugs, dude.
But like, what will Half-Life 3 look like? Like as a
I don't
game,
know.
what would it look like? Right? Like that is really interesting to think about. And hey, maybe tomorrow we'll see. You know,
Maybe I hope.
Maybe
tomorrow.
Half-Life 3 tomorrow.
Half-Life 3 tomorrow, baby. It's happening.
You know, I saw this tweet that like it posted a picture of Half-Life Alyx, and the caption was Half-Life 3 is gonna be the best looking game of 2026 or whatever. I fully agree with that.
I agree.
Because like
Half-Life Alyx was
Source 2
so good looking. Oh my goodness.
Source 2 is like such a great engine. Like the Half-Life Alyx is a beautiful game. It's so like the art style peak, the graphics peak. How's Half-Life 3 like a mouse and keyboard game where they're going balls to the walls with shit? How's that gonna look?
Walter, I have some questions for you. So,
Oh no.
my first off
Oh,
question. One Zen Gorilla versus 100 civvies. Who would win?
I'm gonna say 100 civvies.
What?
100 civvies.
Yes,
100
yes, thank you,
civvies,
thank
they
you.
win.
Obviously.
100 civvies, they
100
win.
hungry, tired civilians.
Okay, my last question, Walter. When is episode 7 coming out?
It will come out when it is ready. These things, they take time. And I think that's all the time we have.
Okay.
Marvius, it's all right. It's all right. Just chill. Guys,
Oh,
viewers, I appreciate every one of you for watching this. Half-Life 3 possibly tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, we'll get it at some point. I'm just blown away by the concept of Half-Life 3 being a thing now and actually being made and coming out. It's an insane time. It really is, man. I can't believe it. You know, this is the most hyped I'll ever be for a video game. Ever. And after Half-Life 3 comes out, I don't know, maybe we'll get a Half-Life 4. I don't know. We'll see.
Half-Life 4.
Yeah. It's never been a better time to be a Half-Life fan.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
True that.
Well, I appreciate you guys doing this with me. Talking about the greatest game, the biggest game to, you know, be coming out, the most monumental achievement of mankind. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys in the next one.
And the next one, whenever that is.
Next one in a year.
Oh,
Where'd he go? And now I take my leave. Bye bye.
I guess I'm going to.
Okay.
Where did I go? Oh, there I am. Dude, on my screen it looked like I disappeared. That was hilarious.